Hello everyone, my name is Naveen Vasisht and today we are going to discuss about the quiz which was taken online and which is of data science. Question 1. Which specific regularization technique adds a penalty term equal to the sum of the absolute value of the coefficients lambda by some beta j then can force coefficients to 0? So the answer will be lasso regression, we all know that, right? The in probability theory, which formula represents the general multiplication rule for two independent events A and B? P of A intersection B is equals to P of A plus P of B, where P of intersection B is equals to P of A or P of B. C, P of A slash B is equals to P of B slash A, or P of A union B is equals to 1. So here artifacts, what will be the answer? So the answer will be here option B, which is P of A intersection B is equals to P of A into P of B. We all know that. When cleaning data, artifacts are distinct from errors because it is very easy. Artifacts are systematic problem arising from the cleaning process that can be corrected. So the answer will be C. Which specific SQL clause is required to filter data after it has been aggregated? It is also where, order by, group by, having. So we all know that we need having for this. In neural network, the sigmoid activation function is used to introduce linearity to the network. Map input values to a range between 0 and 1, useful for probability. So the answer will be this only, yes. According to bias variance trade-off, a model with high variance typically suffers from 2 easy question, it is underfitting. Which big data tool acts as a workflow scheduler system to manage Hadoop job? Here the answer will be OZ. This is a tricky one. What is the runtime complexity of the k nearest neighbor algorithm for query points against n training examples in dimensions? Oh, big of 1, big of n, big of nd, big of. So the answer of this will be big of n into d. In the context of feature engineering, one hot encoding transforms a categorical feature with m levels into. Answer will be a vector of length m containing a single 1 and zeros elsewhere. Which metric is defined as the harmonic mean of precision and recall? So F score is that only, yeah, we know that. Which probability distribution describes the time between independent events occurring at a constant average rate? So here the answer will be Poisson. In SQL, a left join returns all rows from the right table and matching from the left. Yes. Option B, only rows with matches in both table, all rows from the left table and matching rows from the right. Oh, this one is correct. All rows from the left table and matching rows from the right. 13. Inverse transform sampling involves drawing a random number p between 0, 1 and finding x such that PDF of x is equals to p, where x is p square, c is cdf of x is f of x is equals to p, where d mean of x is equals to p. So the answer here will be cdf of x is equals to f of x. In TensorFlow, variables are distinguished from placeholders because variables represent persistent state weight biases modified during training. Which clustering algorithm produces a dendrogram visualization? Hierarchical, obviously. PCA, principal component analysis, projects data into a subspace to maximize the correlation between feature, maximize the explained variance, minimize the distance between clusters. So here the answer will be maximize the explained variance. Which Python data structure is immutable? C, tuple. A type 1 error in a confusion matrix corresponds to false positive. Which distance metric is equivalent to Minkowski distance with k is equals to 1? Oh, very easy, Manhattan. In the map reduce paradigm, the map function. Here the answer will be process small portions of the data set in parallel to produce key value pairs. Yes, the answer will be this only. Which of the following are supervised learning algorithm? So here linear regression, K means clustering, logistic regression, and PCA. We all know that linear regression and here logistic regression are for this. So the answer will be J and L only. Which of the following are big data concepts mentioned? 3 V's, HDFS, YARN, RDD. A and J and K, L and M only, all of them. Yes, answer is all of them. Which of the following are important methods? Imputation methods. So imputation methods will be like mean value, nearest neighbor, and yes, mean value is also nearest neighbor is also loop records, interpolation also. So the answer will be all of them. Which of the following evaluation metrics for classification? So here precision, recall, MSE, ROC. Select the correct options. JKL, J and K. Here the answer will be JK and M only. Which of the following are deep learning optimizers or concept? So gradient descent, backpropagation, learning rate, UZ. So the answer will be JK and L. Match the following. So distinct where between we have this options also. D is like limit range. So the here answer will be A2, B1, C4 and D3. Match the machine learning types. Parametric, non-parametric, supervised, unsupervised here. So non-parametric will be matched here from assume function form and parametric will be matched from no assumptions and supervised will be matched from fit into known and unsupervised will be matched from no output. So the answer will be this. Match the probability distribution. Normal, Poisson, power law, binomial. So here the normal law will match to bell-shaped and asymmetric, and whereas Poisson will match to events in fixed interval, whereas power law will match to long tails, and binomial will match to successes in trials. Match the big data tools with its functions. Here Hive, Spark, Kafka, and Uzi. Here the answer will be Hive will be matched to SQL like queries and B Spark will be matched to in-memory processing and Kafka will match to stream processing, Uzi will match to workflow scheduling. So answer will be A. 30. Assertion is correlation does not imply causation. Correlation coefficient measure the degree to which y is a function of x ranging from -1 to 1. So here answer will be both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Assertion in K means we iterate until clusters implements stop changing. Reason are the algorithm is generated to find the global minimum error time. So options will be here. Answer will be assertion is true, but R is false. Bagging is method that relies on random sampling without replacement. And reason is bootstrapping helps with quantifying uncertainty. So here answer will be A is false but R is true. Assertion is high learning rate is always referred in deep learning. Reason is it ensures the model converges to the optimal solution without oscillating. Answer will be A is false but R is true. Arrange the steps of linear regression optimizes, minimizes RSS, define linear compute coefficients. So the first will be this define linear regression and then the second will be like this minimizes RSS and the third will be like this. So the option will be KJL. Arrange the data science shape. First one is data cleaning, raw data acquisition. So here the first will be raw data acquisition, then the second will be data cleaning and third will be modeling. So the answer will be this. Arrange the SQL query exceptions execution logic. Select from where. So here the answer will be like first from, then we will use where, then third we will use select. Arrange the gradient descent steps. So repeat steps in negative gradient descent. Start at arbitrary converge. Here the answer will be KJL. Arrange the map reduce faces, map reduce split. So this is also easy one. The first one will be split it firstly. Then we will need to do map. Then we will reduce it. So the answer will be B. Arrange hierarchical clustering. So the first fuse cluster identify least dissimilarities. Start with n cluster. So here the first one will be starts with n cluster, as we know start is first, then identify, then fuse the clusters. Too easy it is also, so answer A. Arrange TensorFlow lifecycle, execute graph, build graph, define placeholder. Answer will be AKLJ. As the first one will be build graph and the second one will be define the placeholder. Then third one will be execute the graph. So thank you to all for watching till here. As you got all the answers and all the concept explained by me. Thank you and very much.